So in a little bit of surprising move, the PTB for 8.4.0, the original chapter has gone live, and I'm going to break down all those notes for you right now. And here is the patch notes for our brand new chapter. Important progress and save data information has been copied from the live game to our PTB on the 28th of October. Please note that players will be able to progress for the duration of the PTB, but none of the progress will make it to the live version of the game. So basically the same as always. We'll also be giving away 12.5k or excels on the PTB Explorer outfits, characters, the store, etc. Okay, so really nothing new there. They've been doing this for like the last 4 PTBs. Content: new killer, the Houndmaster. Killer power, scent of blood. The Houndmaster and her dog operate as one. Her commands are followed without question or delay. Special ability, chase. The chase command sends the dog out on high speed. Pressing the power button again redirects to chase, pivoting the dog's path. When the dog catches a survivor, the dog starts a grab. The survivor becomes hindered and is pulled toward the Houndmaster. The survivor can get free by stunning the dog or can be rescued by another survivor. Grabs that end with injury leave the survivor hindered. Grab duration is shorter for survivors with endurance status effects. Special ability, search. The search command sends the dog to a target location, creating a search path. It has its own lullaby and its own moves. The Hound sense radius rises over distance traveled. Survivors who enter the radius are affected by Hound sense and revealed by the killer instinct. If the Houndmaster follows a dog's search path, she gains increased movement speed over time. Leaving the search path ends the movement bonus. Special effect, Hound sense. Healthy survivors affected by Hound sense receive deep wounds when injured. Injured survivors affected by Hound sense suffer from louder grunts of pain and longer pools of blood when put into dying state. This dog sounds a little OP, but we'll see what's going on. Perk, all shaking thunder. After you fall from a height, your lunge attack distance is increased by 75, 75, and 75% for 8, 12, or 16 seconds. This perk has a 5-second cooldown across the board. Scourge hook, jagged compass. At the start of the trial, up to 4 random hooks are changed into scourge hooks, and you see their auras in white. When survivors are hooked from a non-scourge hook, it becomes a scourge hook. When you hook a survivor on a scourge hook, the aura of the generator with the most progress is revealed in yellow for 6, 8, or 10 seconds, and her final perk is called No Quarter. When survivors reach 75, 75, or 75, so across the board, percent of a self-heal, they are faced with continuous skill checks. If one of these skill checks is missed or the heal is interrupted, the survivor becomes broken for 20, 25, or 30 seconds. This perk right here, Jagged Compass, sounds to be the best, but this could be interesting too for those who are like as a counter to those who are running like Balanced Landing. The new survivor is Taurie Cain. Oh my god, it's an invocation skill. Invocation, Treacherous Crows. Back to the basement we go, guys. When in the basement near the circle, press the ability button 2 to begin the invocation. Invocation takes 60 seconds, so no reduction for level. Other survivors will see your aura during this time and can join on the ongoing interaction. Once the invocation is completed, completing the invocation disables the perk for all survivors. You become injured and broken for the rest of the trial. When a survivor is in the terror radius and the killer scares a crow, the aura is revealed for 1, 1.5, or 2 seconds. That's a lot of gamble for just, I mean, crows are everywhere, so I guess you could theoretically always know where the killer's at. It's an interesting perk. I'd like to see this in actual like practice. Clean break. After you finish healing another survivor while being healed by another survivor, press the ability button 1 to become broken. After 80, 70, or 60 seconds, you become healthy. Interesting. This perk does not activate if you're already broken. The effect is canceled if you go into dying state. The final perk is Shoulder the Burden. Once per trial, as long as you're not on death hook, press the ability button 2 in front of a hook survivor to unhook them. When they are unhooked, they lose 1 hook state and you gain 1 hook state. You also scream and become exposed for 30, 25, and 20 seconds. Ooh. So you could basically say, I have no hook states. Pick up someone who's on death hook and take one of their hook states away. That is a interesting perk. Interesting indeed. Like, I'd like to see how this works. We also are getting a new map for the first time in fucking forever. A new map on the other side of Mount Ormond is here for testing on PTB only. The explore the Ormond Lake map. This map will be part of the chapter. Seriously, it will not be part of the chapter release. We're just getting a trial map. Come on. Oh, so it's gonna have to come later. This sucks. I was actually really excited for a new map. Feature Survivor Activity HUD improvements. All activities will now surface the progress of the activity HUD previously was just generated and recovery. A new activity was created for differentiate between survivor is mending or healing themselves. A new activity is created to differentiate between when a survivor is blessing a totem or when they're just cleansing one. And some killer power interactions which were previously missing are now included on the activity HUD. Perks HUD improvement. Visual differentiation between perk being temporarily unavailable from being disabled completely. First time implementation for new invocation perks. Characters bio pages re-added power and perks previously used in the bio. Store feature page main carousel can also display bundles. Feature page bundle widget is now a carousel that can show bundles or collections. Killer updates. The Dark Lord base kit increased shapeshift cooldown to 3.5 seconds was 2.5. Vampire form increased hellfire cooldown to 10 seconds was 7. Wolf form increased the spawn rate of scent orbs to 1 every 5 seconds was 1 every 6, and wolf form decreased wolf's pounds charge to 0.8 seconds was 1. So like some tweaks, some were updated, some were lowered. It's a little bit of tweaking. Demo base kit decreased portal setting time to 0.85 seconds was 1, decreased portal entry time to 1.35 seconds was 1.5, and increased uptime down travel speed to 28 milliseconds was 20. So this is a straight buff to demo. And then, of course, when they do that, we adjusted add-ons to appropriate what was included in the base kit. Ghostface base kit decreased Night Shroud's cooldown to 17 seconds was 20. Decreased the time mark survivor to 4.5 seconds was 5. So buff to Ghostface, add-ons were changed. Good guy decreased the scamper time to 1 second was 1.3. Increased Hidey-Ho cooldown to 12 seconds was 10. Good. Hidey-Ho mode at 10 seconds was absolutely awful. And we adjusted rat poison to adjust for that because rat poison was literally what everyone was running because they were all bitches. Vecna base kit decreased dispelled spheres cooldown to 35 seconds was 38. Decreased flight of the damned cooldown to 35 was 38. Decreased flies cooldown to 25 was 38. So that's a big change for fly. Increased mage hand cooldown to 40 seconds was 30. So the kind of nerfed mage hand. Increased cooldown after canceling a spell to 1.25 seconds was 1. And decreased the time sphere disables magic to 45 seconds was 60. So most of this was a buff to the Vecna. And of course, we adjusted the add-ons because that's what we have to do. We had a small decrease in variable bound cooldown to the mastermind. So now the 7-minute man is a little bit faster on virulent bound. So slight buff to Wesker, and of course leather gloves were adjusted for it. Here's what we're going to talk about. This should be interesting. This is the rework of Michael Myers. So what did we do with the shape? Increased evil within 1 movement speed to 4.4 seconds was 4.2. Increased max stalk per survivor to 20 was 10. So, so you can really just choose like one person who is really sucking and just drain them for stalk over and over again. That's going to increase his ability a lot. Decrease the amount of evil within required to reach evil within 2 to 3 was 5. Oh boy. Increase the evil within gain multiplier when stalking from afar to 1 was 0.1. And decrease the evil within gain multiplier from stalking up close to 0.4 was 1. Oh boy. Oh, and then we adjusted all the add-ons. Oh, Mikey is going to be terrifying. We had some killer perk updates. Dominance. The first time each totem in each chest is interacted with by a survivor, the totem or chest is blocked by the entity for 8, 12, or 16 seconds. That is way up from 4, 6, 8. So they made Dominance actually not terrible. Human Greed. You see an unopened chest Aura and Survivor's Aura for 3 seconds when entering an 8 meter range. You also gain the ability to kick chests close. The ability has a 30, 25, and 20 second cooldown, way down from 60, 45, and 30. Okay. Languid Touch. When Survivor within 36 meters of you scares a crow, they gain exhausted status effect for 6, 8, and 10 seconds. This perk has a 5-second cooldown, was 20. So they really bumped up that. And Weave Attunement. People are going to love this. When any item becomes depleted for the first time, it is dropped. You see the R's of the dropped item. Survivors within 8 meters of drop item have their R's revealed to you was 12 meters. So they nerfed that, so it's now 8 meters. Affected survivors see the items are anew. When survivor picks up a survivor item, they suffer oblivious for 20, 25, and 30 seconds. Survivor updates general. Decrease the time it takes to unlock a chest to 8 seconds, down from 10. Survivor perks. Ace in the hole. There's a lot going on with this update. This is a pretty big update for 8.40. When retrieving an item from a chest, there's a 100% chance that an ultra rare or lower add-on will be attached to it. Was very rare or lower. Okay. 50, 75, or 100% chance of finding an add-on for uncommon rarity or lower. Was 10, 25, or 50. When escaping, keep any items your item has. Okay, they've really buffed Ace in the Hole. So if you are doing a build about chests, Ace in the Hole might become one of your staples. Buckle up. Update the perks description for clarity. Invocation weaving spiders. Description was updated to match the new invocation treacherous crows, but no gameplay changes otherwise. Pharmacy. When injured, pharmacy activates. Removed. Unlock HS is 70, 85, or 100% faster. Was 40, 60, 80% faster. And hearing distance from noises unlocking chests is reduced by 20 meters. Was 8. Pharmacy guarantees emergency medkit upon completing the interaction. Go, Quentin Master. Plunderer's Instinct. This is all about chests right now. The R's of unopened chests and items in the environment are revealed to you within 32, 48, or 64 meters. Was 16, 24, and 32. So Plunderer's got a huge range buff. Increase the odds of finding higher rarity items from chests by 50%. Was 14, 24, and 46. Ooh, scene partner. Nick Cage perk. Let's go. Scene partner actually when you are in the killer's terror radius. Whenever you look at the killer's scream, then see the killer's aura for 4, 5, 6 seconds. Was 3, 4, 5. I'm still not running it at this point. There are chances you will scream again. If you do, you will see the killer for an extra 2 seconds. The scene partner then goes on cooldown for 40 seconds. Was 60. I'm still not running that, but if you do like scene partner, this is a nice little buff. Bug fixes. Improves survivor bot location motion. Environments and maps. Fix missing cracks during the endgame collapse. Fix floating assets on multiple maps. Fix brief light when returning to the main menu from the store. Fix a sudden brief burst of light when viewing a Mori. Fix occurrences of exit tiles not matching the theme maps. Fix visible seam at exit gates on Ormond. Fix pools of blood that fail to appear in multiple places on Ormond. This is the new lake map, Ormond, which isn't dropping anyway, but fix missing textures on Ormond Lake, fix clipping issues on Ormond Lake, fix collision issues on Ormond Lake, rework complex collision preventing killer projectile to pass through the top floor on Ormond Lake, fixed an issue of camera fade exclusion, Mori update feature, fixed an issue in Leary's where the killer could not grab survivor from one side of the generator, fixed an issue on Ironworks of Misery, fix the collision issue on Underground Complex, and fix the collision issue on Nostromo. For perks, fix the issue that caused Hex throw the hunt interaction speed values to be incorrect before cleansing Hex Undying, and fix an issue that caused Deathbound perk to not disable when grabbed by the killer. Fix an issue that caused Devour Hope to gain a token when survivor self unhooks with the Deliverance perk. We also have some UI issues. Fixed an issue where the cinematics can be skipped by L stick or R stick on the controller. Fixed an issue to crash that could occur when using a virtual keyboard. Fixed an issue where beginner tooltip text can be seen overflowing in certain languages. Fixed an issue where prestige buttons progress bar isn't reacting accordingly to blood point balance. Fixed a crash that could occur when equipping and unequipping banner and badges. Fixed an issue where survivor action icon on the player status is missing after spectating the killer in a custom game. Fixed an issue where blood splatter effect on player status is missing in various states. Fixed an issue where unnecessary lines appear when opening the event pop-up. And miscellaneous, fixed an issue where platform exclusive outfits cannot be seen by players. Fixed an issue where Ashtray, Lara, Trevor, the Lich, the Dark Lord prestige outfits were unlocking in the wrong order. This has been going on for a long time, actually. The Wraith is now correctly able to move after doing certain interactions using this Serpent Suit add-on, and fixed an issue that caused killers to be unable to spam the Mori interaction. And finally, we have some known issues. The Houndmaster. Search path can appear above ground when searching commands the dog to a different direction. While running on the search path, the Houndmaster very rarely does not enter movement speed bonus. Survivors performing grab rescue interaction on another survivor while playing the correspondence animation after rescue survivor is freed from the dog instead of the dog during the ongoing interaction. So instead of like showing the dog interaction on when you're not supposed to, it does. Okay. The Houndmaster is missing her dog during the match results screen. Houndmaster position dog position is desynced with the survivor during the Mori when performing multiple actions. The collision of the Houndmaster's dog prevents the killer from being blinded by flashlights, and the Houndmaster's dog visually does not always complete the vault animation, but still continues the path. Frequently, the clean break perk does not trigger whilst being healed by another survivor that also has the clean break perk equipped. And finally, the Nightmare and the Skull Merchant are disabled for the course of this PvP. Rip Freddy, rip, and rip Skull Merchant. Well, there's a lot going on. We saw the first look at the Michael rework, and if you're a Michael fan, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. He looks like he's going to get to Evil 3 in like no time. They didn't touch any of his stuff. Like I was expecting some works on Scratched Myers or maybe Tombstone Myers. Doesn't look like any of the add-ons are adjusted, just how fast he actually gets Evil Within. Michael could become a fan favorite for those who just always felt it was too hard to get that. So if you're a Michael fan, it's good. The new killer, new survivor look very interesting. I will enjoy checking her out on the PTB. We'll probably do a little bit of that live tonight. And of course, we have some perk changes. They really seem to be focused a lot on using chests. So if you're a chest build player, I am not. That's never been my focus. But if you are, a lot of the perks are geared towards helping you being a chest plunderer. You're gonna be happy. But overall, it's an interesting update. There's a lot going on here. I am disappointed that the new map will not be available at the launch of the chapter next month. That's kind of bogus. What else are you going to do? It looks like it's going to be kind of probably released 1 or 2 updates into the chapter launch. But this is really cool. I want to see how the whole dog works. She sounds very similar to Night. I haven't seen her in actual movement yet, but you'll have to let me know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts as always in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and later, mates.